Hey guys, I'm here. I'm gonna get ready to try some Jewel Snus. It's the Christmas special. I got a couple of these. I haven't even tried them yet. I have opened it and I've smelled it, and it doesn't smell too bad. It does have its Christmas aroma. It doesn't smell too bad. I mean, it's different. I mean, these are your portions. So, I want to get ready to give it a shot. And right now I'm actually watching a pretty sweet movie. It's more kind of like a documentary in a way. It's about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I train in it all the time, well, as much as I can, you know. And one of the best Jiu Jitsu guys, I think, Eddie Bravo, the Twister. It's like a documentary from when, with him and doing a couple years in with Jiu Jitsu. And he talks about his different matches that he went through from blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, purple belt, and brown belt. I mean, he's a third-degree black belt in Jiu-Jitsu now, but it's definitely, it's from like the late 90s, early 2000s, so it's pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm going to get ready to try this out. Just give me a second here. One second. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready to try this. Swedish Snus. They make a lot of different kinds, different brands. It's just crazy. It's crazy how they do it. So, this is your, like I showed you before, this is your snus pouch portion. And I tend to put on the bottom lip as usual. Sorry for all the guys in Sweden. I'm not trying to disrespect your Swedish snus. I just tend to put on the bottom lip. I mean, we do tend to do that a lot in America, put on the bottom lip. I mean, if there's anybody from Sweden watching it. And it's a really soft, squishy portion. It's not bad. So, I'm gonna let this sink in a little bit, But yeah, as I was saying before, I train in Jiu Jitsu. I love grappling, submission wrestling. It's a great sport. I love watching like documentaries on it too. If I have the movie, I'll watch it. And I have another documentary kinda on Shanji Ribeiro. He's another awesome jiu-jitsu guy. He's won a lot of matches as well. And this movie here, The Twister, it has a lot of his past matches, like from blue belt, purple belt, brown belt. And he's a third dan black belt right now in jiu-jitsu. And I don't know if you ever heard of him. If this is new to you, he runs jiu-jitsu schools all over the world, really, called 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's the name of his school. And his instructors, Eddie Bravo's main instructor is Jean-Jacques Machado. Look him up. He's a badass. He's insane. Jean-Jacques is a master in Jiu-Jitsu. He's a 7th dan in Jiu-Jitsu. I want to say he's a 7th dan. But yeah, look up these guys. I mean, if you're new to Jiu-Jitsu, check them out. But in the last match that it shows on here, well, first of all, Eddie Bravo had to go in order to go down to Brazil. He had to do these matches. It's a match. It's called Abu Dhabi Tryouts. He had to face 3 people, and he had to beat all 3 of them in order to fly down to Brazil, and they fly him down for free to actually do the Abu Dhabi. Well, he beats the 3 guys in his range, and he goes down. He is a brown belt at this time. Goes down and he faces off Royler Gracie. I mean, if you're familiar with Jiu Jitsu, then you're familiar with the Gracies. He faces off Royler Gracie as a brown belt, and Royler Gracie, I want to say at that time, was probably a 3rd degree black belt at that time. Maybe a 3rd or 4th degree. And Eddie Bravo beats Royler Gracie at a brown belt and choked out Royler Gracie. That's pretty badass. I mean, being at that rank and taking out somebody who's a legend in Jiu-Jitsu, you know, a really good practitioner. And everybody in Brazil, like a lot of people in Brazil, was so pissed off. Like, pissed. You know, and everybody was like, oh, it's a hoax, it's a hoax. It was luck. You know, complete luck. Well, it wasn't luck. I mean, well, yeah, I mean, he thought he thought it was luck, but it's all in technique and how much he trains and whatnot. Eddie Bravo, I mean, he's wicked good. And 2 years ago, I want to say it was about 2 years ago, or it was last year. It was either 2 years ago or it was last year. Eddie Bravo and Royler Gracie wanted a rematch. They wanted to do it again. Because everybody's like, oh, it's a hoax, you know. Well, they won again. But the rules have changed. In Jiu-Jitsu, when Eddie Bravo first went against Royler Gracie, they had points involved. But now they cut out the points and it's going for straight submission. Well, so they went against each other again for about a whole 20 minutes. I think it was a 20-minute match. And they went the whole 20 minutes. And they both ended up having a draw. Well, if they would have kept the point system, Eddie Bravo would have still won it. Because Eddie Bravo made more submission attempts and more reversals, all that stuff, all that crazy stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, you know. And Eddie Bravo, he's good. I mean, look him up. If you don't know who he is, look him up. If you're interested in Jiu-Jitsu or you want to get into it, so look him up. I'm actually watching the movie right now, but it's a good movie, and there's some pretty sweet stuff on the movie, some good matches. But yeah, so anyways, back to the snooze. You get a little bit of a burning sensation in your lip. It's not bad. I mean, you get a little bit of just a little bit of a burn, but it's mild. So that's what I got. It's their Christmas special, and it was on sale when I got it because it was like right after Christmas I ordered it. Actually, I think it was like a day after Christmas I ordered it. So I did, and I got actually 2 cans of it. I mean, you do get quite a bit of the Christmas flavor. I mean, when you smell it, it almost smells like those molasses cookies, kinda. With a little bit of a hint of tobacco smell, but it smells a lot like the molasses cookies, you know. So it's not bad. I mean, if you like the smell of molasses, I mean, you can get it. I mean, I don't know if it's still on sale right now. It might be. But go on to snuscentral.com and you'll find out. But yeah, so everybody knows, you know, I love training in Jiu-Jitsu, grappling. It's a great sport, also a great self-defense if you want to learn it as self-defense. So it's pretty sweet. I mean, if there's any people out there that want to get into it, you know, look around your local area. You might find some schools around. And it's also depending on the state you're in, too. I mean, I live in Vermont. I mean, I have to travel in order to actually get to a decent school, but I mean, I got some good friends that actually help me out, and they're better than I am, so they actually help me out once in a while. But yeah, training it, you know. I know it's kind of strange. I'm talking about jiu-jitsu and I got tobacco, you know. Talking about a healthy sport, and I have this stuff. But actually, this isn't bad. The warning labels, I think, are BS. I mean, yeah, the only thing about the warning, it's addictive. That's about it, really. Swedish snus is a heck of a lot safer than your American snus. Actually, in America, it's really not even snus. It's just a pouch with tobacco in it. It's not legit. It's not a legitimate snus. But go on to snuscentral.com, make your orders, and also, you know, find some jiu-jitsu schools around your area if you can. I mean, if there's anybody that's trying to find a good school around your area, I'm actually pretty good when it comes to choosing right schools for people in your area. I tend to do a little bit of research of jiu-jitsu schools around your area, and then what I do is I help you out, and I also look up the people who